Hey everybody, what is up? This is Blue, and welcome back to the ESL Weekly Cup number 8. I am Blue, joined today by Jebro, and we are here in the Grand Finals. Hopefully this will be the actual first game. And we are going to get started in just a second. We did have to restart after the last game there due to some lag issues on both sides. Both teams did agree to replay that. So this is the real first game here. Set is tied at 0-0. As we're getting started right now, once again, 55 HP Monks spawning over here in the red side in the Dragon base, going up against Cheese Mode, spawning over here in the blue side in the Lion base. Gates are about to open up in about 5 seconds here. So let's open up the map. And, Jebro, let's check out the splits.
Indeed. It doesn't... Oh, they're doing it again. They're doing a little crossover red, going for the... 2 stealth. I think they missed the stealth over on Misha, actually. I'm not sure whether or not that was purposeful. Looks like they're just going to go straight again over to Henge, potentially maybe just going for that boss kill as well once they've taken out Sizer and Zapdos, but that's not going to happen very quick.
Now, something they changed from the last time there, from the restarted game, is we did have to know that Misha actually had a portal thrown down and was making use of that as well. Tried to go for a little bit of a juke play, and as you saw right there, actually used it to extract the teammate. So they learned their lesson from the last game there now, and they're going to use it this time to pull out, and now they're going to have the full assault ready to go in mid. They didn't lose anyone like they did the first game, and now Blue Team is going to have a much harder time taking the middle point to start this game off.
It shows you how important that first off can be, how necessary it is to be well on it, because Mr. Melo's going down in the mid at the moment. They need to get up there and help him. He's actually down on the point, needs to get a res fast. They're going, no, CC down. Oh, he right back up there. And that was really nice.
Nicely done indeed. Mr. Milo coming back up on the resurrection. Mr. Milo being the bunker here for Team 55 HP Monks, previously known as Shad. As you're going to see right now, though, he is still under heavy pressure, being the only one from his team standing on the point, is taking the bulk of the AoE damage and probably a lot of the direct damage too. But as we are going to be seeing right now, a big bulk of the force from the blue team did sort of push on Rom at the moment, as well as Zapdos are currently trying to take down Misha Tinette, as it appeared to be. However, I do think they are going to be shifting targets off to Shad in just a second. But at the same time, Shad, with his Shadow Step, is going to be jumping into stealth and getting himself away. But now it looks like we are going to be seeing Team 55 HP Monks turning this around, possibly in a Rom in just a second, but everyone should hopefully be returning to middle in just a second soon. We do have some contention on the other 2 points too. We have Polyphy and Sizer going at it here, over here at the mine point, and back over here at the Henge too. We do have the 2 warriors sort of duking it out, but Zapdos looks like he's going to be retreating, and as you're going to see in just a second, I'll be joining the middle fight.
That was really good. He used that shadow refuge really well as he went, but was just ducking and diving in and out of it as he was running around on the opposite side of where he is now at Keep. He's actually really quite smart on his thief. He's getting in the fights. He's probably not as proficient as Sizer, I would say. Oh god, he just got unlucky there.
some really nice team play from Rom and Sizer there, as you just saw, really duked it out. They sort of Sizer sort of came out of nowhere. I don't really think that Shad saw him coming in there, and with that they waited for their cooldowns to synergize, and then bam, the burst just absolutely destroyed Shad. Now they did pull off. He's obviously an important target here for 55 HP Monks, as they did pull some of their support off at middle here to try and get him back up. However, the AoE just appears to be a little bit too much, so he is going to be going down. At the same time, Rom is getting pretty low here, in addition to Sizer as well, so there is the opportunity they may be able to take one of them down. With that said, Polyphy was just knocked into the down state too. We have Zapdos coming in over here. He may get taken down. Azeron as well, going in for the stomp. So it does look like, unfortunately, for 55 HP Monks, that Cheese Mode is going to be taking that little off-point fight there, and we'll be free to move on to these other points. And with that said as well, 55 HP Monks may be in a bit of trouble over here at the mine. However, again, they did get the support I think they needed to, and Cheese Mode, with that said, is sort of going to be falling back.
Yeah, it's far they need to move their ass to, but the thing is, they actually did. See, as just watching the map there, as I was over at Henge, they did the best thing they could do. So to divert those guys that are all rushing over to Henge, they only sent 2 in the end from CM. They did hit the mid for a bit to try and distract them, and they're kind of bailing away, and Shad and Sizer kind of fighting over towards mine, and you see over on Henge a bit of a team fight going over here. Misha did go down. But it's a 2-on-2, so they did divert them from Henge really well, actually, and they've actually kept the points, and they're still 60 points ahead.
And as we're going to see here right now, again, excellent job, really, 55 HP Monks. They made the best of a bad situation there. They were getting knocked out in terms of players that were being eliminated there, but they still made an excellent choice here by sending out Mary over here to take away the Henge point, as you just said, and they now have those 2 points under their belt. Note that they did just lose the mine point, but at the same time, Misha Tinhat was ready. Misha knew that was going to be happening, and she fell back in time, so she's more than likely going to be able to recapture this due to the fact that Sizer can't consistently stay on a point for as long compared to someone like Misha Tinhat.
Did you see that? Red team got a
Yeah, I mean, Misha, she's stuck over on this point at the moment. I'm not sure what they're thinking about. Maybe they're thinking that if she gets in trouble, she can put Portal down and run over to someone to get support back to that point to recontest it. But they need some kind of bunker on this point because she's essential to these team clutch plays.
I think Misha can, like you said though, she is extremely essential to being there on the team, but they're handling well enough on their own over here on the mine point. They are opting, as you can obviously see by now, to play for the side points instead of going for that middle point. They may try to sneak in once or twice, but I really don't think they're going to be trying to go for the middle point. With that said, I do think Misha can make a pretty confident 1v1. With that being noted too, that Sizer is going to be the one coming up against Misha more times than not. I think that was, personally speaking, I think that was a good choice to keep a Mesmer back there to go up against Sizer compared to someone else like a Spirit Ranger or something like that.
Yeah, she's going to be able to bail off. She's going to lose this fight. It very oftenly happens between Sizer and Misha, unfortunately.
And, you know, even more unfortunately... Oh, actually, no. Here we go. The Red Team managed to get people in here just in the nick of time here, as you just saw here. Polyphy coming out of nowhere to save the day. Misha's in here. Misha's good to go. And now Sizer is like, nice. Where did you come from? And he's falling back. He's probably going to be retreating the middle in just a second. I could be wrong on that, though, as we have seen him get extremely aggressive before, and I think we're going to see that again, as he is going to be jumping in. We did see Freylina and Ram. I missed that previously. But they have joined the fight, and this has gone from a simple 1v1 to a full-fledged team fight in just a few seconds.
You're completely right. I'll just remove my hat and I'll eat it again. I can admit my mistake. That's fine. I mean, it turned out that was the.
You may be right though. Misha's down again though. We'll have to see. Misha's in the down state. She's getting pretty low, but there's a really consistent effort coming out here from 55 HP Monks to resurrect him and get him back up into the game. And with that, actually, Sizer's screwing up a little bit on one of his jumps there. Actually, wasn't able to get back on this Misha again to get the damage off. But as soon as she gets back up, she is the focus target here for Cheese Mode. As you can see, she's really having trouble staying alive. Had to pop her stealth there just to really clear combat, and she's just barely alive. Every time she's come up, the damage has been focused on him instantly after getting back up and into the game.
Epic rezzing here from these guys. The sight. That was interesting.
Spirit, I believe,
went down for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, he was in the down state, but I think really clutch. You're coming in from Cheese Mode, getting instantly on that and popping the, I believe it was the Nature Spirit came out there from Cheese Mode and almost instantly got him back up and into the game. Nicely played, indeed, nicely called. I think that was actually preemptively called there by the members of Cheese Mode, considering how quickly he got back up. So nicely done, indeed. With that as well, Sizer is going to be the one falling back now to defend over here in the middle, whereas he's going to leave the other ones here to stay and fight over there at the Henge. Good choice, indeed. Very high mobility. Zapdos is here as well, though. I don't think the 55 HP Monks noticed that, and with that, some of their members are now going to be falling back, and Misha, unfortunately, may still fall prey to what may have been a bit of a preemptive assault to the middle.
Yeah, unfortunately, they've not pushed out well from that. They dedicated themselves to that fight over at Mine too heavy. They're not doing what they were actually doing quite well at the beginning and throughout the match, where they're actually distracting them between two points which are really far away from each other, then hitting the mid independently. But I think Cheese Mode is really good at preempting. They're good at learning from their mistakes, and they normally learn in the actual match rather than from the match and then going into the next one. And they're showing it now, and their points are steaming up now. They're only 30 points behind.
We did have 55 HP Monks up significantly there for quite some time. I believe almost a 100-point margin. But now, as we just described, we are seeing Cheese Mode come back. They're only about 30 points behind. They do hold the 2 cap, so assuming they can hold it for the next 30 seconds or so, they will come back into this game and start to take the lead away from their opponents, 55 HP Monks. Nonetheless, in here in the middle, it is looking strong, unless we see support within the next few seconds here for 55 HP Monks to come in and take back the middle point. We have Freylina coming in now, so now it's an even fight. And we also have some people fighting down here in the courtyard as well. I believe Sizer fell prey to this fight. He's not out yet, but as you can see here, Azron is really not going to be able to get him back up. Freylina actually abandoned the middle fight there, and with that, actually, again, we did see HP Monks abandon it too. They wanted Sizer out more than they even wanted a decap at middle. As you can see, how important Sizer is of a player here to knock out into the game. They sacrificed the decap, and unfortunately, we're not even able to get Sizer into the downstate. He's looking low again, but nonetheless, very bad luck indeed for 55 HP Monks.
Oh no, I'm sad because I thought they were a good pointage ahead, and they're doing it. They did what they did in the match which we had to replay. They're starting to panic. They're not sure where to go. do we go for far? Do we go for mid? They're going to get caught in the mid fight. They're going to lose it. They need to go for far. They need to go for these bosses because they're getting to that point now where these stats and these extra 25-point boss kills are going to be the thing which could actually win it for them, in my opinion, at the moment.
And we did note as well, CM did take the lead just a few moments ago. Current score, they're up by about 20 points here, 74 to 91 at the moment here. With CM leading, they hold the 2 camp as well. Red team currently aggressing. Red team actually, oh my god, a portal play just happened there out of nowhere. Everyone for the red team, all of a sudden now over here at the mine point. Look at this. Ram is almost going to get killed. We had another person get knocked out. Actually, no, as you're going to see here, Ram is trying his best to stay alive as well. We did see 55 HP Monks steal their own boss here. They have that under their control too. Actually, they took the enemy boss away. Ram's been knocked out here. Luckily, Freylina and Azron were within close enough proximity to where they could come in and defend this. This wasn't decap. And in addition to that, Cheese Mode with an excellent counterplay sent Sizer over here while Aldmeri was otherwise busy taking control of the boss over there. And now he has to recapture the entire point. They've lost full income here, as you can see. And Cheese Mode is now steaming ahead with this. Nonetheless, being caught off guard, they are going to have to try their best and defend over here at the mine point. Middle's now open as well. We are going to be seeing that taken advantage of here, as we do have Shad coming in. He'll get the decap off on that at least. Actually, no, that might not happen, as we're going to be seeing in just a second. Here comes Sizer. Shad did get the decap off, though. Here comes Shad. They're going to go in for the 1v1. That will decide who controls the middle point. Note this as well. We are about 40 points away from seeing a winner here. That is assuming Cheese Mode is the one to take this game. The boss is still up as well. Blue team did successfully defend middle, so now everyone and anyone is shifting their way over here to the middle point now. And with that, both teams control 1 point. Cheese Mode is the one in the lead at the moment. They can sort of war of attrition this at this point if they would like to. That boss is still up too. We may need to see 55 HP Monks go and take full control of that. But Azron's down here now. They may have a chance to take this middle point and come back into the game. But nonetheless, this boss over here, Svanir, may be the key to taking this game. And Red Team realizes this. They're going for it right now. Misha Tin Hat's on her way over here. We have the thieves otherwise trying to distract people. Actually, no. Misha might go for the decap. No, she's going to change her mind. She saw Freylina there. She's going to go for the boss. We'll have to see. This is going to be so close here. 20 points away. Misha may be able to take this. Nonetheless, they will still need to score some kills. That's if, assuming Misha will be able to take this. She has the damage, but can she actually do it? Here come some of the members of the blue team. They knew this was going to happen. Lord's getting low. We do have the blue team here. Will they take it? And they will! With that Cheese Mode, will take this game by stealing the Lord, or stealing their boss back at the last second. They will take round 1 and bring this set up to 1-0.
Oh my god. Nice steal. A warrior longbow steal as well.
Nicely played indeed there by the warrior from Cheese Mode Ram. Actually, Zephyr's rather coming in there, saving the day for his team.
Holy moly, man. That was a good match. That portal play, if they'd kept Henge, they possibly would have won that match. But it was just, it goes to show those decisions like that you make that match was tight, man. That was close. That was a good game. So many nice little plays there.
Cheese Mode reacted brilliantly to that portal play that came out there. That surprise portal play. They pulled the people back. Luckily for them, there was a bit of element of luck, I will say, that came into play there with that. Thankfully, they did actually have one of their people sort of in position, or I believe it was their Spirit Ranger was sort of close enough to the point where it wouldn't actually get fully decapped. They got in there. I think it did end up getting decapped into the middle of the fight later on. But nonetheless, they managed to have people in there so that it wasn't just a free take. And with that as well, really quick thinking on that by sending their thief over to the henge point, they had to realize that their warrior was going to be trying to take the boss with pretty much everyone focused on the other side of the map. So really nice intuition there by sending Sizer over to the point to react to that. Really nice reaction as well, but still a really nail-bitery game as we got to the end there. And with that boss may have made the difference as we saw come into play, but nonetheless, thankfully, the warrior from Cheese Mode was able to come in there, take the boss, and bring that set in their favor now, as we're brought up to a 1-0, and I believe that as these are best of threes, this could be match point.
It is indeed, yeah. I mean, this is where Cheese Mode can again take the win over 55 HP Monks. I'm pretty sure that 55 do not want that to happen. Every single time these guys meet, the gap just gets smaller and smaller. And in that match, it was just too close as well. I mean, they have got to a point where I think it's been 2-1 before. I can't remember. They've been against each other so many times now. It just makes it into one big glorious match. but they did a lot better. This is a different map. I'm not sure they're doing well. They're using Misha. They're using the Mesmer to do what they need to do. In my opinion, the Mesmer is at the moment, before the December the 10th, you've got to use them for their portals, you've got to use them for their kiting ability, and you've got to use them for their own mobility as well around the map. And that is exactly what they're using them for. So their team is very, very good. There's a good synchronicity in their team. They just hopefully got to use it in this map again.
And as we go into Game 2, which is now started, guys, we are going to be seeing opening up here a 2v2, actually. The Thieves are going to be duking it out over here. We are going to be having a 1v1 taking place over here at the quarter point. Will hopefully turn into a 3v2 possibly in just a second. Middle point is still being decided at the same time. The waterfall point did go fully in favor to Cheese Mode there, as you just saw. Zapdos is going to be coming in and help with the middle fight. But other than that, most of the interesting stuff seems to be happening over here at the quarry. So let's check out what's going on over here.
Oh yeah, Red just dominant over there. They're actually just going to push it. They're going to cap it with Ord, and they're all going to push the mid. Even Ord is going to just kind of watching, just in case, just thinking, you know what, Sizer might be around somewhere. I'm just going to wait to see if he pops out of stealth. But they can't see him on the. They actually should know where he is on the map. He's over at Waterfall at the moment. Misha just trying to put a little bit. Oh, there's a portal over at Waterfall.
Oh, well, that will come into play later, probably, as you're going to be seeing there now. I think that is going to be Misha's, obviously. She is in the downstate, though, so we'll have to see if she does get killed. Unfortunately, that portal will clear and will not be available for use later on. They may have been trying to go for that portal play again, keeping in mind that that 55 HP Milks has not been performing so well in the middle fights. They may have been trying to go for a quick extraction and take away the side note. I will note that on this map, it's going to be significantly harder to play the side notes if they want to go for that strategy again, just due to the fact that, unlike Beach, the points are actually in a full-out straight pattern. They're not in the triangular pattern that we did see on the last map. So it is going to be a lot harder to try and play that strategy here.
That is very, very true. I mean, it's. I mean, they did actually counter Misha very well. I mean, they fully knew that they obviously saw the portal and they're like, right, let's just go and get Misha down. Doesn't matter what other targets are coming up, we just get Misha down so they can't potentially even have the chance to use it. So like that's happened, and also Polly's down just in the mid, just as Misha's respawning and going back to Waterfall now. It looks like. I'm wondering just to see. Oh, someone's. Actually, Zapdos actually countering. This is good. This is the thing with these guys. They're aware of the back capping and stuff that's going on. You know, this is what makes these teams so good.
And speaking of back caps, over here at the quarry point, Sizer is going to be taking advantage, getting the full back cap off. We had another member of the blue team falling back, however, or rather, we had Shad trying to fall back, but Rom is going to be doing an excellent job at the very least distracting him. Rom actually getting pretty low here. We may see him go down. We will see him go down with a nice 4K crit coming out there from Shad. Nonetheless, members of Cheat Mode going all in onto Rom to make sure he does get back up, and thankfully for that team, we'll be able to get back up. And again, Rom going to turn around and actually take Shad into the downstate as well.
Oh no.
But at the same time, back over here at the waterfall, we do have Polyfeed taking full control of the waterfall for his team. We are going to be seeing Zapdos falling back, but will he be able to get there in time is the question. It's going to be close. I think he will actually get there just in the nick of time. It was only about, as you can see, they're 2 ticks away, and Polyfeed would have had that, but unfortunately was not able to. And with that, Cheese Mode. Oh no, actually Polyfeed with a nice knockback there coming in. And again, that's what we were talking about earlier there, with the flamethrower being of excellent use at the far point. So bringing back the sort of Teldo era stuff there, and he got the full cap off, and is going to be pulling off an excellent 1v1 against Zapdos there, as he has taken full control of the node. But we will come back to that in just a second as we do have some stuff going on over here at the middle. It looks as though Cheese Mode almost has full control of that. Rom is going to be falling back to Waterfall in just a second as well. It looks like Cheese Mode may be sort of starting to fall back here, maybe not wanting to go full in for this node, as there is going to be some more pressure. Note, because they just killed some of the members of the red team. Nice rotations coming in here from Cheese Mode as they do start to pull they're going to switch their bunker out over here as well to be able to hold off the pressure that is inevitably going to be coming in from 55 HP Monks over here to the quarry point.
Blue is starting to steam ahead as well now at the moment. I mean, they're almost doubling their score. Misha's dropped a portal, but Misha is kind of wandering around in between the points and respawning and dying even before using the portals to even be useful. And like this mid fight at the moment, I mean, Red looks like they've kind of got it they've got it down. I mean, Azron just going down as well. So
Shad,
they're doing well, but
Shad actually just pulled a really impressive play that I just noticed there. Azron went a little bit too deep and tried to go for the stomp. He came in, he saved the day with the Shadow Refuge, and at the same time, completely turned it around onto Rom, bursted him down in just a few seconds, and used the Shadow Refuge stomp to take out, not only save one of his own teammates, but knock out another, all within about 5 seconds. So really excellent play that we just saw from Shad. He's
doing really well. I'm not actually seen him use player thief before. So actually, it shows that these guys are not only playing one class, they're playing different classes. So that when one meta particularly gets strong or gets used quite a lot, they're trying to counter it as well, which is another good sign of these teams. Oh, he almost got Zapdos down. Oh, that was so nice. Oh wow, he took Zapdos down quite fast there, actually, especially considering the spec and that he's running that soldier amulet as well. Going down really quick, was really unawares.
And as we're going to be seeing over here now, Zapdos falling back to the quarry point for his team. He was being chased pretty heavily by some of the other members of his opponent team there. So that was a pretty smart decision, just getting out of there, peeling the pressure off himself for a little bit. But he is going to have to go up against the 1v1 against Almera here. That 1v1 probably will go on, in all honesty, probably indefinitely until support from either team will go in. So that fight it generally is going to be favorable for Cheese Mode because they already control the point. So we'll have to see though as things pan out. Checking out, we still have the Guardians duking it out of the middle, but the main bulk of the fight appears to be over here at the waterfront now, where we have Rom as well as Azron, who just went in the downstate. So let's see if he's going to be able to survive this or not. He's behind a cliff too, so this is going to be a really inconvenient resurrection spot. They have to watch out because this spirit is here. If they do accidentally AoE that down, then he is unfortunately going to get taken down, but they managed to pull it off successfully, and Azron now getting taken down. Rom probably going to go down in the next couple seconds as well, and with that, 55 HP Monks will now take control of the waterfall point. Nonetheless, though, Cheese Mode has taken a pretty significant lead here. They are up by about 150 points, I would say, at the moment here. 94 points in favor of 55 HP Monks with no capture points to their name compared to the 240 points that Cheese Mode does have with the 1 capture point under their name. However, we probably are going to be seeing 55 HP Monks get a couple of points in just a few seconds, so they will more than likely slowly start to come back from that.
Yeah, I mean, look at this waterfall. I mean, they've just completely taken it back. In the course of, we were just literally talking about how the fact they're going to take it, and literally in those seconds, Sizer is back on the point, and they're all back on the point, and they're retaking it. Polly's just moved back in, and Shad as well.
And really, there's something else that happened there too. Really luckily for 55 HP Monks, I believe it was Zapdos. His vengeance expired literally milliseconds before he executed a stomp onto, I believe it was Polyphy. I think it was Polyphy, yeah, that's sitting over there. So really lucky break for them. They did manage to capture that point, and they're once again going to be shifting pressure over here to the middle point. They may actually get that just looking at the numbers I can see from my peripheral vision, but they are under pressure over here too. But they could take this too, so this is actually could be a pretty strong opportunity for assuming they execute all these fights correctly, for 55 HP Monks to come back into this and pull ahead. But they will have to watch out now because of the fact that Cheese Mode is less than 75 points from the Lord Rush range. So I think they may actually end up exercising that option again, like we saw them do in the last round too.
This is so true. I mean, one thing is that's been happening recently in these matches is that if you look at the time now, it's 7 minutes and it's 274 to blue. They can get to 500 points. It is totally doable, but these points are not flipping. We're still contested now, almost for like 30 seconds or so, and it can go to where we've actually hit we've been hitting like the last half a minute or so, and teams have been flipping it on Lord kills just to get ahead in points because they haven't actually hit 500 in the time limit. So at the moment, it's still fairly open just because they're just in range of a Lord kill. So they need to be pulling back those points now, and with that waterfall cap, that's not good for Red, unfortunately, as my voice starts to go.
But with that noted, we did see, it didn't actually note it on the overlay for the bit of a graphical bug there, but we did actually see 55 HE Monks. They took control of the middle node, and they are looking to take control of their home node too, and they will get control of their home node. They now have the 2 cap. They just need to hold it, and that has been the issue for them, though, that we have seen in previous games. We need to make sure that they hold it here and make sure that they can come back into this. Note as well that with that 1 capture point, I do believe that Cheese Mode is going to be able to get within Lord Rush range, and as we saw in the last set, with a game as close as this one, they more than likely would end up exercising that Lord Rush option to sort of end the game quicker in their favor.
That's it. It's whether or not they go for one of the doors possibly now to just get it, so that if they need to, that they can just bash right through, because as we saw in one of the previous games that we've had tonight, only 2 guys from it was the toilet paper match, Team Panda, sorry, they only 2 of them made it through to the boss, and they got countered as well. So and I think it was actually, yeah, I mean it was very, very close. They didn't really get onto the Lord because they just defended so well. But look, oh, Misha just using that portal, that cooldown must have been gone very, very shortly after she'd actually used that. That's really good. So she got back there to actually defend against the Ranger. But oh god, Freylina's coming into the point as well. It looks like they're potentially going to lose this quarry at the moment.
We'll have to see how well Misha can hold up under the pressure in a 2v1 scenario. Note that with only Freylina here, there's not going to be that much pressure, but it will come up against her. Now with Sizer being here, she's going to instantly be thrown on the defensive at the moment, trying to channel her stealth. Will channel it, but nonetheless, Sizer did manage to pull off one little hint of damage. She's going to be falling back. I think she's going to be okay. The last of her conditions were expiring, and she'll have her heal coming up in just a second. So with that, it looks like they're going to swap out. They're going to keep Misha over here at the middle, and now send Shad over here to the quarry point rather, to keep the fight rolling in their team's favor. And note now, again, the lead. What was before almost 150 to 200 point deficit in favor of Cheese Mode has turned into only about less than 50 point a lead now in favor of Cheese Mode. So there is a pretty strong chance now for 55 HP Monks to come back into this. And to note too, Cheese Mode, with the loss of the point recently, they can't rush Lord for at least another 80 seconds or so here.
Oh no, I know. What's going on? They've completely flipped this round. They were a good 150 points behind. They're only 45 points or so now behind. They could, with 4 minutes left, I'd just go for it. I'd go for the Lord Rush now and get back out there quick to get these points. They've got 2 points, but the thing is they've got people too far away from the Lord. It's what they do now. I mean, what would you do in this situation? Just as an example.
I would get my head image spikers onto the far point and ready to rush Lord at a moment's notice, in all honesty. Because at this point, because at this point, assuming no Lord is rushed, it's probably going to come down to timer, and it's going to be really close. As we're seeing right now, we did have 55 HP Monks taking significant control of the points for quite a few minutes here, but that's now starting to change. Back over here in the middle, we do have CM looking strong to take away the middle point. So now, in addition to that, 55 HP Monks as well should be getting ready to rush the Lord. They have a lot of their members prepped, and over here at the quarry, they could sneak through that little passageway, take down the gate, and then run in to execute the Lord. But the question is going to be now, will they be able to do that now that Cheese Mode is starting to take full control? Luckily for 55 HP Monks, they got Milo onto the point after Cheese Mode had spread out their other teammates as well. So they will still be able to hold this very large point of contention for a bit more time. And note too, we do have a bit of a stealth play that will be coming in from the members of 55 HP Monks. Shad and Tin Hat, 2 very bursty members, may be able to execute Zapdos quickly. Zapdos actually did see, oh no, they're going for the Lord. It looks like Misha's bypassing the waterfall point. They're going to be going for the gate right now. She's going to need to take it down quickly. Shad's here too. Like I said, your big bursters, get him over there now. They're only 7 points away from Lord Rush range. They can do this. They will have to go up against 2 Hammer Warriors though. That is going to be a lot of AoE CC to deal with. Misha, nice intuition too, leaving that portal entry there just in case things go awry and they need to fall back. They left it there just in case they needed to fall back and get out of here as quickly as possible. But nonetheless, they're going for the Lord Rush. Their Guardian's just behind them too. This is going to be it right here for 55 HP Monks. This is their last stand. 350
points exactly.
If they pull off this Lord kill, that's it. That's the game. We're going to go to the overview point here really quick, guys, so I can get an actual target on the Lord. Not looking too good, however, for the members of 55 HP Monks. Shad, luckily, due to the PvE mobs up here, knocking them out. Nice delay on the kills of those two. They did manage to get Shad back up. However, he's once again low here. Misha's in the down state now. They got some more people over here, but they need to kill the Lord as quick as possible. The Lord's just not dying. As you can see here, it's not looking good for the members of 55 HP Monks. Milo's down. Shad is down, unless they can execute another one of these PV. No, wait! Here comes Polyphy, maybe able to save the day here. We'll have to see as well. Polyphy, unfortunately, will not be able to save Mr. Milo and Shad. It's all up to Polyphy at this point. Lord only at about 90% health. We're trying to see who else is going on. Note, though, that we did have Red Team members that aren't going in. They accepted that this was a bailed attempt, but they were very strong in how they handled it. We did see Aldmeri made his way over here to the waterfill point. He stole that away, and they decapped Biddle. So despite losing the Lord Rush attempt attempt that went on over there, they made up for it excellently by going into the decap on middle and going in to take Waterfall completely as well. So already Cheese Mode coming out of their spawn, almost like they're starting the game all over again, has to fight back if they want to take these points now. But they will still hold on to the lead. They do still have Corey. Note that. So they are, but 55 HP Monks is not going to be so far behind as they would have been if they would have just all in on the Lord. They are. Oh my goodness, they're still going for it.
They've got so many little points to get. Come on.
This is. They need to kill it in the next couple seconds here, or we are going to be seeing Cheese Mode taking it into the downstate. The 2 Lord, unfortunately, it is not going to happen, and due to that, Cheese Mode will be taking the second point here, and they will be taking the ESL Weekly Cup number 8. So congratulations to Cheese Mode. They have won this tournament.
Wow, those 2 matches, even though they won 2-0, it doesn't feel like it. Oh, that was going. They had to do it. They just had to. They had to go for it. You know, they could have got the upset there on that match, and we could have easily have